much for coming. Give yourselves a round of applause for that. We forgot to mention this in the promo, but if you have an accordion with you, you are allowed to play at any point during the evening. It's the general policy of the Boxcutter Collective. I wanted to start out on a little bit of a serious note. We've been going through some crazy times, some bizarre times. We've experienced something that, in this last year and a half plus together, and it's something we don't really want to talk about, but I'm going to bring it up. You know what I'm about to say. This UFO report the Defense Department just released. It has been keeping me awake at night too, making me think about, question my activities, wonder if I'm doing the right thing, but I want you all to know it's going to be okay. Have some insider information on that. Can't really get into it right now, but sometime next week, watch the tabloids. There's going to be a big reveal, big drop about the UFO. So be stressed no more. The UFO report's going to be resolved next week. Okay?
Yeah. Awesome.
But in all seriousness, there's this other thing we're all concerned about, right? Puppet shows. How are we going to see them? How are we going to be in them? But we're doing it right now. We're making it work, right?
Yeah.
And lucky for you, we have invited tonight one of the top experts on puppet shows to speak with us before we start. You might have seen her in some of her Ned talks, her Ned Ludd talks on screens, and the rise of the robot army. She's also been kicked out, canceled, however you want to say, from various universities across the country. And she is really just at the cutting edge of that research that's going to wed the conspiracy theories and UFOs and the puppet shows and what we can do to make the world a better place. So please, welcome to the stage, Dr. Samantha Wilson.
House lights, please. Lights, please. House lights out. I think the house lights.
Thank you, Doctor. The room lights.
The room lights, right. Layman's terms. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Wilson. The show you are about to see may shock or disgust you, but please do not fret. It's only a puppet show. Now you might be asking yourself, I can hear it, what is a puppet show? Excellent question. A puppet show is an outrageous spectacle performed by idiots. These idiots are commonly referred to as puppeteers. Here you see Saint Simeon El Salo. He is traditionally shown holding a hand puppet, which he is reported to have made look like himself in order to mock and laugh at himself and to ridicule sin. Simeon reasoned that if we are to really learn humility, we must love humiliation. Now, Simeon was actually sainted a fool for Christ's sake, even though it's a well-known fact that he ate sausages on Fridays, but it is also a well-known fact, very documented and backed up, that puppeteers love sausage. So, I don't know. You tell me about that. Let us bow our heads and pray for a minute for Simeon to watch over us as we act like idiots. Okay, that's enough. How to watch a puppet show. Now, you might think this is where we do the deep digging. Once upon a time, watching a puppet show was quite a popular activity. Then people got smart and decided to do other things. And such, the act of watching a puppet show has become a lost art. But fear not. We are here to help. In order to puppet show, just follow these simple steps, and I got ahead of myself. But step 1, cheer. While the show is going on, if you see something you like, cheer for it. You may say things including but not limited to, yay, hooray, way to go for it, and yippee. Woo! Nonverbal displays of approval are also highly encouraged. Okay, let's try another one. Step 2. Boo! That's right, boo! When something happens of which you disapprove, make your disapproval known, loudly and clearly. This is easily achieved through utterance of the word boo. For example, if the villain of the piece suddenly decides to tear down a local orphanage to make room for a high-priced condo, how would you respond? Very good, very good. Step 10. Gasp. Sometimes events occur in a puppet show which may shock you. The appropriate response is a gasp. Okay. Really deep dive. What to do if you find yourself living inside a puppet show? Now, this is one of the most common problems of modern everyday life. Chances are you've recently found yourself asking, hey, what's going on here? Or, who's in charge of this crazy place? Things become much less confusing once you realize that you are, in fact, living in a puppet show. And as with most things, knowing is half the battle. So step 1, don't freak out. That's important. Unless it would be funny to whoever's watching this puppet show to see you freak out, in which case, by all means, freak out. It's fine. There's some bad things happening. Step 2. Figure out what role you play in the show and perform that role with determination. If you find yourself frequently slipping on banana peels, chances are you're the fool. If so, be as foolish as you can be, as often as you can.
Yeah.
If, on the other hand, you discover that you are the villain, you have some options. You can decide to stop doing bad things and instead do good things, in which case you will be welcomed by your fellow puppets with open arms. If, however, you decide to continue doing bad things, please be aware that bad guys who continue to do bad things without remorse will eventually be thrown into a meat grinder and turned into dog food. And step 3, sit back and relax because everything is fine.
Everything is perfect.
Lionel,
Who's there?
Lionel, it's the voice inside your head.
Oh, you again.
Lionel, we need to talk.
I have nothing to say to you.
You have to listen to me.
After all the goofiness you've got me mixed up in, thanks but no thanks.
Lionel, your life is in danger.
How could this have happened to me?
Haven't you read the news?
No, actually, I had to take a break from the news. So I spent about the last 3 weeks in a sensory deprivation pod filled with salt water and couch cushions. Why? What did I miss?
It's not good, Lionel.
What?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything is bad, Lionel.
Bad?
Yes, Lionel. Bad.
Yes, Lionel, bad. I never thought I'd hear those words again. Well, my life sucks. You know, when I was a baby, I didn't have to worry about anything. But then I stopped being a baby, and now I have to worry about everything. It's not fair.
I can help you, Lionel.
You can? But how?
I can give you what you desire most in life.
A free towel?
No, Lionel. I can make you a baby again.
You can? But how?
Lionel, step into my office. Right this way.
Oh my goodness. I love what you've done with the place.
Oh, thank you. My designing choices were inspired by designing women.
You don't say.
Now, Lionel, are you sure you want to be a baby again?
Yes, I'm sure.
You don't sound like you're sure.
I'm sure, I'm sure.
But are you sure? You're sure, you're sure?
Well, sure, I'm sure, I'm sure.
Oh, you can be more convincing than that, Lionel. How bad do you want to be a baby?
All right, listen, quit jerking me around and make me a baby already.
Okay. Now, Lionel, listen closely.
I'm listening.
Close your eyes.
Yes, they're closed.
Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Now, on the count of 3, you will be a baby again. Ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3!
I'm a baby again! Just like I always dreamed of ever since I was a baby! Hi, Mama! Mama, do you love me? Thank you, Mama! Mama, am I your most precious boy? Thank you, Mama. Mama, if you have other children, will you love them as much as me? Mama, you always know just what to say. Mama, can I be a baby forever? Yay! Thank you, Mama. Yay! Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much for letting me be a baby forever and ever. Well, what do you know? There's somebody knocking at the door. Mama, would you go answer the door? Thank you. Who is it? Oh my God! Mama! It's me as a grown-up. And I'm dead. By staying a baby forever, I killed my future self. Mama, I have to do the right thing. Will you help me hide the body? Thank you, Mama. Come here, precious. Lift with your legs, Mama. Oh, thank you, magic door. Well, Mama, I think I'm going to have to grow up again. And for that, I will never forgive you. Thank you, Mama.
Lionel, it's okay. I think you just need some therapy.
Go for it!
We now present 3 pages of therapy for the 99%. While you, boring, rich men,
Boo!
yeah, think of all the ways to make your money, we are surviving a pandemic, which you have also profited from. And we are out here in the world.
Yippee!
3, 4.
Moving dirt. Making music. Having really good sex, pleasing everyone involved.
Go for it!
Taking long, slow walks, discussing race representation in art. Making puppet shows that don't quite function. Taking long walks, discussing race representation in art. We were eating cake and we finally learned how to bake. We were laying in the grass, watching turnips blossom. Squeezing babies and maybe popping some more out while we're stuck at home. Or just adopting kittens. And making hard-hitting art. Because what's deeper than a potato wearing a mayonnaise hat ready to jump in a deep fryer as a pig rides by on a bicycle eating a sausage? And all this we do in order to not be as boring as you. Rich man, your plague has almost killed us. And I don't mean this current plague. I mean the historical one. Your actions manipulating humanity have disgraced every human involved. Your primary interaction with humanity is to commit crimes against it. At this point, there isn't any real reason for us to consider you part of our same humanity. Although some may argue that you are still human and even have you over for polite dinner conversation to see if we can find some sort of common ground. But history has shown us that when we common ground.
Boo.
But
3, 4.
Yeah.
one day, rich man, you will have a funeral. And we'll have our own parade. And there'll be brass bands and wine and cheese. And maybe the Pope will be there. And it'll be a massive celebration. And at some point, an old Georgian woman will give an eloquent toast. And your name will be the first name from her lips. Because in the Republic of Georgia, it is custom to toast your enemies first. To our enemies.
Yippee.
To our enemies!
And then your name will never be mentioned again, and your memory will fade away like a bad smell at the beach.
Sam, do you want me to take that? Should we grab that?
Yeah, I'm really hoping we get it by the third round. Yeah, she's so so we'll see what They just seem very open. They just want to still qualify for it. It's just competitive. It's like all these different as long as you hold something before October 30th. Yeah, the application was only until the last one. That's just something they do again. Yeah, going on, they can freak out because, all the stuff is but it's just interesting being out there, seeing who has continued to be out there.
Is this thing on?
Yay!
Is my microphone on?
Not yet. No.
All right, well,
We can hear you.
this next piece is an excerpt from a collaboration between the Boxcutter Collective and the Bread and Puppet Theater, which they started earlier this year in May during residency. The working title is Heaven Presents Hell. And we would like to dedicate this show to Elka Schumann.
To who? Say that again.
Elka Schumann. In one of his finest footnotes, the 19th century, everyone's favorite 19th century Russian theorist and horse enthusiast, Mikhail Bakhtin. Yeah, you guys are getting the hang of this puppet show thing. Tells us of an ancient myth which attributes the creation of the world to divine laughter. We now present the history of laughter.
Yay!
In the beginning, there was. Darkness. And not much else. times, creating the darkness and shaping it to get it just right. Looked at the darkness and thought, is that all there is? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? This thought struck God as funny, and for the first time in history, God laughed. When God burst out laughing, there was light. This light allowed God to see all that had been hidden in the darkness. Now, at this point, the universe was still mostly empty. Not much to look at except for this rock. This rock looked kind of funny, causing God to laugh a second time. Which caused the waters to be born. The more God laughed, the more God laughed, the more God created. Which gave God more to laugh at. When God laughed again, the soul was born. not stopped laughing since. But these tiny creatures found their world still dark, and they reacted with fear. But they remembered that they had originated in laughter. And so they laughed. And through their laughter, they recreated light. But this was not the original untamed light. This light was ruled by the authorities. Authorities, please. Here you see Mr. Biden and Mr. Putin, Mr. Zuckerberg, Mr. Bezos, Mr. IMF, Mr. World Bank, Mr. So on, and Mr. So forth. Thank you. These authorities were threatened by the masses. And their ability to create light. Therefore, the authorities were obliged to create heaven and hell. Heaven and hell, please.
Welcome! Ho, ho, ho! Remember me? Told you so. This is heaven, as you can see. And by my clothes, you know it's me. You are scared, it's plain to see. The world is so big, and you are so little. And not only little, but also brittle.
You know, it's true. We are little. And also brittle.
You need to find a better way. So listen to what I have to say. Do something good, and you'll be thanked.
Yay!
Do something bad, and you'll be spanked. Therefore, I must remind you creatures of hell and all its ugly features. Hell, please!
Welcome to hell. There's plenty of room for naughty little puppets headed for doom. If Santa won't take you, he'll take you right here. And unlike Santa, I'll let you drink beer.
Yay.
Yippee!
Go for it!
That's what I'm talking about. Finish it. Finish it.
Go for it.
You know, even after all of that, my fear has still not gone away. You know what? You're right. In fact, I feel like my fear has grown larger. I felt the same thing. Well, what should we do? Let's call somebody. Good idea. Who should we call? Let's call the authorities. Bring.
This is the authority hotline. For the motor vehicle department, press 5.
No.
For animal control, press 6.
No.
And if you're calling for assistance in confronting the never-ending fear, please hang up and yell for help. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye. Help!
And they lived happily ever after. Thank you so much for coming out. We did want to take just one more moment at the end. Ali mentioned Miss Elke Schumann at the beginning of the show. Elke Schumann was the co-founder of the Bread and Puppet Theater, and she passed away a few weeks ago while we were up on the farm. So we dedicated the show to her, and she was a big inspiration and a good friend to all of us. And one of the ways she inspired us the most was by her love of music, which she passed on to everyone she came across. She taught us dozens and dozens, probably hundreds of songs over the years. And we're going to teach you a song that she taught us right now in 3.5 minutes.
Go for it!
Thank you. The lyrics? Okay, this type of song is called a round, and it's a 3-part round. So we're gonna, once we know the song, we're gonna sing all 3 parts in 3 groups at the same time, and it's gonna fit together like a puzzle. You might even know the song a little bit, so let's try. We're going to learn it all together first. Mr. Okay, this is going to be our starting note. Let's all say on this note together. Very good. Okay. This part goes like this. It's in 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, actually, listen, and then you'll repeat. So it goes 1 bottle of pop, 2 bottle of pop, 3 bottle of pop, 4 bottle of pop, 5 bottle of pop, 6 bottle of pop, 7 bottle of pop, pop. Let's try that. Ready? Here we go.
1 bottle of pop, 2 bottle of pop, 3 bottle of pop, 4 bottle of pop, 5 bottle of pop, 6 bottle of pop, 7 bottle of pop, pop.
Excellent. Verse 2. Same note. Let's sing it again to remind ourselves. This part goes like this. Fish and chips and vinegar, vinegar, vinegar. Fish and chips and vinegar. Pepper, 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 salt. Everybody.
Fish and chips and vinegar, vinegar, vinegar. Fish and chips and vinegar. Pepper, 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 salt.
Excellent. Now the thrilling reveal of the third verse. I think it's the same note, right? We always start on the same note. This part goes. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, my backyard. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard's full. Everybody.
Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, my backyard. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard's full.
Excellent. Now, I will hold.
You hold that one. I hold this one. The same old thing.
Okay, so now we're going to sing the whole thing through, maybe twice. And then we'll pause and we'll wipe our brow, and we will divide into 3 groups. But for right now, we're just going to sing the whole thing twice through, starting with 1 bottle of pop. 1, 2, 3. Everybody.
1 bottle of pop, 2 bottle of pop, 3 bottle of pop, 4 bottle of pop, 5 bottle of pop, 6 bottle of pop, 7 bottle of pop, pop. Fish and chips and vinegar, vinegar, vinegar. Fish and chips and vinegar, pepper, 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 salt. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, my backyard. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard's full.
Louder.
1 bottle of pop, 2 bottle of pop, 3 bottle of pop, 4 bottle of pop, 5 bottle of pop, 6 bottle of pop, 7 bottle of pop, pop. Fish and chips and vinegar, vinegar, vinegar. Fish and chips and vinegar, pepper, 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 salt. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, my backyard. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard's full.
Excellent. Ray, would you jump up here and hold this one? And I'm going to divide us into 3 groups. And we are going to do this, and it's going to go perfectly. Okay. Group number 1 is going to be like there. So if you're on the edge, you're not in the group.
All right.
But it's okay, you'll be in the next group. So group 1, you'll start singing first. Group 2, kind of closer to the aisle. And group 3. If you don't know, just choose a group and go with it. So group 1's going to start right here. So they're the only ones singing for the beginning. We'll sing it twice through. We'll hear you. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
1 bottle of pop, 2 bottle of pop, 3 bottle of pop, 4 bottle of pop, 5 bottle of pop, 6 bottle of pop, 7 bottle of pop.
Group 2.
1 bottle of pop, 2 bottle of pop, 3 bottle of pop, 4 bottle of pop, 5 bottle of chips and vinegar, pepper, 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 salt. Don't bother your junk in my backyard, my backyard, my backyard. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, salt. Don't bother your junk in my backyard.
Kim over there on licensed sound. Thank you, Jalopy Theater. And thank you, Artist Corps Grant, which is a grant that helped make this show possible. The Artist Corps Grant, which was basically a lottery that we won. Thank you, lottery. And last thing, if you want to be on our mailing list and you're not, check out our website, boxcuttercollective.org. And you can also check out our videos, and we've made a lot of crazy videos in the pandemic, if you can imagine that. There is a sci-fi movie called Dimension Zero, Brain Robbers from Outer Space on our website. And you can find us on Instagram, and we hope to see you all again very soon. Bye, everybody.
Right.